Are you going to do my video today? Say hello, guys. It's EquestrianBliss here. Just kidding, I am Nemo. You going to sit with me? I love you. I love you so much. You going to sit here with me? Oh my gosh. Okay, well, we have the Funny Farm here with us today to help me do this video. So I'm just going to dive right into this video. So a lot of you guys have asked me what I feed Elliot in regards to weight gain and supporting all the issues he's had and joint supplements and all that jazz. So I just wanted to cover it all in a video and talk about some of my favorite supplements. I'm just going to start off with two disclaimers here. If this eye looks funny, it's because it is really messed up. I actually can't see very well out of this eye, so trying to put makeup on this eye is always an adventure because I have to close this eye, my good eye, and so I got like a ton of eyeliner, like liquid eyeliner in my eye this morning, and it was black. Not a fun time. I don't recommend it at all. Anyway, I think I got it all out. Second disclaimer is that as much as I love these supplements, there are certain things that do and do not work for every horse. So I highly recommend either talking to your vet or doing a ton of research into what every supplement consists of and how it can help your horse and stuff like that. Like for example, I was talking to my farrier the other day about Farrier's formula because I used to use that on Elliot and I don't anymore. But it's a very good product, but it is also very specified to what horses it can help. Like I believe she was saying that it's really good for horses in the north because their grass doesn't have a certain type of nutrient that we do have in the south. So it's just different products are made up of different things that can help your horse differently. Anyways, I just want to start off by I don't even know where to start with this product. This is also very dirty because it's been in the barn and now it's all over my bed, but it's fine. Anyway, so this is Equine Omega Complete. And their Instagram, I'll link it right here. It's like 03 something. Anyways, and they have a lot of good reviews and everything on their Instagram, and you can see how it works. But this is obviously a liquid or oil supplement, and normally Elliot is very, very, very picky about liquid supplements because they all have a very potent smell, and he's very picky about what he puts in his body. Anyways, and I love this stuff for three reasons. First of all, it doesn't smell like something he doesn't want to eat, so he eats it. Second of all, it makes all his other supplements stick to his grain. And most importantly, what it's made up of is fantastic. Oh gosh, let's see. So it does say on the bottle that it is an all-natural supplement, non-GMO, all human-grade ingredients. So I'll just read you guys some of what this supplement can do. May help reduce joint and tissue inflammation, can significantly reduce chance of colic, contributes to a strong immune system, helps grow stronger, healthier hooves, contributes to a healthy reproductive system in stallions and mares, aids in aids in proper cell development and function, maintains oxygen/blood flow, aiding in conditioning and stamina, may help reduce stress, anxiety, and depression, may reduce skin irritation and symptoms of insect bites, can promote bone density, helps to delay lactic acid buildup in muscles, and promotes regulation of insulin production. I screwed up the last word. So what I really appreciate about all this is it does say it may help. Like I said, every horse is different. Every horse takes in supplements differently. But I have noticed, I started Elliot on this a couple months ago. I can't remember exactly when, but his coat has been shinier. He's been really blossoming weight-wise. They do have a weight supplement, like a specific weight supplement that is also liquid. And I was going to start Elliot on that, but he's been doing so well on this. It's like, why? And this helps with everything else, so like if he's getting the weight help in addition to everything else, this is really good for him. But it has loading dose, maintenance dose, showing and traveling dose, and all that. Now this bottle does last me a month, and I recommend getting 2 bottles when you first start out, just because, you know, the first month is kind of like their body getting used to it, and then the second month is really their body responding to it and acting upon what's in their body. And I do have a discount code for them, and that is, I'm pretty sure it's Bliss, and if you enter Bliss you will get $20 off your purchase of 2 bottles or more, which is perfect for that loading dose and then the maintenance dose. If you are new to my channel, I just want to reiterate that I do not sponsor or become an ambassador for anything that I do not 100% stand behind, because I feel like if I don't use it wholeheartedly and I don't completely trust the product, why would I promote that to my followers, and why would I tell people that it's a great product when I don't agree with that? So this is 100% a product that I use on my show horse. I used it on Austin when he was here. He went home the other day, but I had him on lease and I had him on that, and he looked fantastic, and I think he felt fantastic too, which is awesome. Aside from that bottle, I have my little box of supplements here, and this is not everything. Elliot also has a couple things that he is on a SmartPak for, and that's at my trainer's barn. I didn't want to bring that here just for this video, but through SmartPak he is on magnesium and DMG, which are both, the magnesium kind of is a PSSM, for a supplement for PSSM horses, but it's not something that you can't feed other horses. It's just most PSSM horses are magnesium deficient, so that is to help them develop a little bit better. And the DMG is, I can never put, this phrasing always trips me up. It's a muscle what's the word I'm looking for? It helps to regrow damaged muscles, essentially. So with the PSSM issue, before we were managing it, he couldn't develop, and he couldn't, I cannot speak today, he couldn't use stuff in his muscles correctly, and so the DMG helps to restore anything that was damaged in that process of not being able to utilize, that's what I'm looking for, anything in his muscles correctly. So the next supplement I'm going to show you is another thing that I use to aid Elliot in his PSSM, and like I've said before, I am terrible at explaining things, so if you're not sure what PSSM is, I invite you to look it up, because that will give you a much more straightforward answer than I will. But essentially it's equine diabetes, but it causes a lot of muscle damage and all that stuff. So I started him on this. I haven't been using it long enough to be able to tell you guys the results, but from what I've heard in my little like PSSM forum on Facebook and like all the research I've done, it should help him a little bit. The issue with PSSM horses is they're all different, and so you never really know what they may need, how they may respond to something, so it's kind of just a test run on everything. But this is just a vitamin E supplement, and again, it's not something that's bad for any horse. Like if you give your horse vitamin E and he doesn't have PSSM, nothing's gonna happen. Like, well, nothing bad will happen. It may benefit them in other ways, but yeah, so like the magnesium, the issue with PSSM horses is they can have a really low count of vitamin E in their system. So this just kind of, it's like taking vitamins with your dinner. It's just extra boost to the system. I feel like I've said system a lot. Anyways, let's see, what's the next one? So this, oh, this is heavy. This is also according to, I give him this because of all of the stuff he's been through. This is Probios, and it is a probiotic supplement for horses, and I guess it's also for cows and sheep and pigs. Well, my horse is a pig, so it works. But this is, it's just like probiotics that humans take. I take probiotics, but it's because he was on that really strong antibiotic, doxycycline, for 2 months. He was on it for 2 months for his Lyme disease treatment. He started having, this is like TMI, but he started having like runny poop and just wasn't feeling so good, and just kind of wasn't himself, and that was gonna come with giving him the antibiotics and all that. But after I did some research and talked to a few people, I decided to start him on this, and in my research, a lot of people said it does help, and a lot of people said it doesn't help. So I think this is another thing that really depends on your horse, but it's not that expensive to just try it. This is the bigger bottle, and in my experience, I bought the smaller bottle previously, and this is my second purchase of it, and this is the 5-pound bottle, which is really embarrassing because I said it's heavy earlier. It's 5 pounds. Anyways, and this one is much more full than the other one. So like the other one was probably, it was maybe like 2 pounds. It was like this big, and it was maybe half full. So this, you get a lot more bang for your buck. But like everything else, try it before you invest in it. But this, within a couple days, like a week or so, he had totally normal poop. He was starting to feel better and feel more alive, and kind of get back to normal Elliot. Alrighty. And this one's I'm almost out of. So this, I started him on MSM, which is a joint supplement, and this is pure as MSM. So a lot of joint supplements have MSM mixed in, but this is just straight MSM. And it is a joint supplement, and let's see. Yeah, it doesn't really say. I can't give you like a description of what exactly it's for, but like it's for joints. But I started him on this just because I'm an overprotective mommy, and it's not like he needed it, but I just wanted to give him a little bit extra support with his joints, especially through this show season. And it's not like I've seen a night and day difference. Like, it's not like he's lame without it, but I just give it to him as a little extra, you know, hey, you work hard, have a little joint supplement. And this was only $15 from my feed store, so it's a good thing if you just want to, if your horse isn't having any significant issues, but you just want to be a little more cautious about his joints, you can stick him on that. Or I also had him on glucosamine at one point, and they do make, I believe, a mixture of the two. Don't quote me on that, but I have to look into that. But I do really like this because it is nice on the budget and nice on their joints. So the other two things that I don't have with me because they are at the barn where Elliot is right now are his gut supplement and his cool calories. A lot of people know what cool calories are, but if you don't, they are basically pure fat. You can also get the 99% fat from SmartPak. My friend had those while she boarded her horse here, and they did a fantastic job of adding weight to her horse. So you have that option as well. But cool calories is exactly, Nemo's moving, is exactly what it sounds like. He's scratching. Anyways, it gives them, because it's pure fat, it adds to their body weight, it adds fat, but without making them crazy and energetic and just wild. Elliot does have a lot of it. He's on 2 scoops that are like that big, maybe twice a day, but I do notice a difference, and that is okay for him to have with his PSSM because it's pure fat. It's not carbohydrates or sugars or starches. So I really like that. It's not a bad thing for them to have. And ever since he's been on this PSSM thing, I've been a little bit more cautious of what I'm giving the other horses as well, because if you think about it, like, the sugars and the starches and all that aren't fantastic for all horses to have. Excuse me. It's like, if you have diabetes, you might be a little bit more cautious about certain foods, but those certain foods aren't necessarily great for other people either. So it's just something to kind of noodle on. And I forgot about a couple things, but on that note, Elliot cannot have beet pulp because it is carbohydrates, but I personally like beet pulp. Elliot loved it, which is a shame that he can't have it anymore. But I like it to just give a little bit more weight, and I like to soak it in hot water in the winter to give him a little bit of a, warm meal, especially when the grass is low. And I really like that in the winter. But again, if your horse can't have it, then just be cautious of that. The alternative to that is alfalfa, and Elliot gets so much alfalfa because he's a hard keeper and he really likes alfalfa. And I use it also to help mix in his supplements, and we give that to him. We mix in a little bit at breakfast and dinner, and he gets a little bit of it at lunch when I go to ride him, after I ride him. But in my experience, it doesn't make him that hot. And I know a lot of people are like, alfalfa makes my horse crazy, and maybe it does. Like I've said a couple times now, horses respond to supplements differently. But if you're curious about alfalfa or beet pulp or whatever, maybe just try it out for a week. Just get a little bit. Like, I usually get the cubes because you can use them as treats too. I just ran out of breath there. But yeah, so try it out for a week, and they really like it. That's something else that I like to give in the winter, the soaked pellets or the cubes. I think this is last one. So this is not in a pretty package. This is mineral salt. And it's just straight up salt, and I use this little scooper thing that actually comes in bottles like these, or canisters, whatever they're called, and I give 1 full scoop of the big side to every horse in my barn, even the boarders, twice a day. It just encourages drinking and encourages them to stay hydrated. It also gives them, because it is mineral salt, it gives them a couple extra minerals that they may be lacking. Like I know Foxy, if he doesn't have that, or if he's low on just certain minerals, then he starts chewing on the barn. So as soon as I start giving them that again, or if like, because I'm not as adamant about it with the horses that aren't in work, just because they tend to stay hydrated on themselves. But if I notice that he's starting to chew on the barn again, then he starts getting it a little bit more. But recently I've been really adamant about giving it to all the horses all the time. It just encourages a little bit more drinking and all that. So, whew, that was a long video. But to sum all of that up, if your horse doesn't have any specific issues, like Elliot has the PSSM issues and he needs the vitamin E and the magnesium and the DMG, I would highly recommend checking this one out. It is a great, just cover all the bases supplement. If you just want to sum up all of your expenses and put it into one handy bottle. And this is also great for like if you board and you don't want your supplements to be really high maintenance on your barn manager. All they got to do is pump a few pumps into the horse's grain and it's done and the horse licks it up. So it's a great all-around supplement, and I have that discount code, which I will put in the description. Every time I say that, I sound like a YouTuber and it drives me insane. But yeah, like I said, try out supplements, research them, look into every option you have, and if you have any questions specifically about your horse, I recommend contacting your vet and having a conversation with them about what would be best for your horse. But if you have any questions about the supplements that I use that I told you guys about today, feel free to comment and I will try to get back to you, but as we all know, I am crazy busy. But I do try to sit down every once in a while and answer my YouTube comments. So now I need to make another video. And my dog is dead asleep. I'm glad that he came to help. But yeah, I hope you guys found that useful and informational. I don't know if that's a word, but we're going to pretend it is. But I will catch you guys later. Thanks for watching.